Okay, so kitchen is a wreck as usual. That's par for the course. Water's already getting nice and warm with plenty of salt. Should be salty like the sea, as Ava from Pastagrammer says. This is one of the things that might horrify her just a little bit. Sorry for the bad camera action. Oh no, it's burning a little. Hold on. Okay, here's hoping I don't make you sick while I fix the issue. It's not so much burning as it started to get a frond on the bottom, but the frond was getting a little too dark, a little too fast. So now I'm just trying to scrape that up before it turns to straight up black. It's pretty close to there. So what I'm doing, I made a basic sofrito. Pastagrammer's probably going to take me to task, which I don't blame her, because it's not quite right. For one thing, I'm using chicken stock to deglaze. Most Italians would probably use something like wine, but unfortunately for me, I'm allergic. So, chicken stock it is. Come on. This is hard to do one-handed. Come on. So, a frond is when particles of your food start to stick to the bottom and they get caramelized, and it adds so much delicious flavor. The problem with it is that it can get burnt real easy if you're not watching and careful. If you don't use a lot of oil, instead of a frond, you build up burn. Unfortunately, with Weight Watchers, I don't use a whole lot of oil. I sprayed, and I mean that. I have oils in spray bottles, and I sprayed the EVOO, the extra virgin olive oil, into the pan. But a couple of mists of that isn't going to do a whole lot of good against burning frond. So this is our savior. So back to the original intention here. I put enough liquid in there to kind of give me a minute before it reduces down. So I took a bag of frozen seasoning blend, because I don't want things that go bad in my fridge if I don't use them often enough, so I buy them frozen. And it's onions and red peppers and green peppers and parsley flakes. So it basically what goes in a sofrito, but not quite. And then I added carrots, because, sofrito. Once that's caramelized and it's getting there, it's almost ready, then I've made a mixture. I took sweet Italian sausage, and I mixed it with ground chicken breast, the extra lean, and then divide it in half and put half in the fridge. The other half I'm going to put in, and I didn't, you can see it's marbled. You don't want to overwork it, but just by blending the two and then browning it in the pan, you're going to get a lot less calories. It's half the points, because the chicken's 0 points. So, and pork isn't that terrible, but Italian sausage is, because it's usually a fattier mixture. Okay, I gotta find a better place to put you. Hold on. There we go. Now I can quit making people sick and do this without burning my hand off. Okay, so I put this in, I got it cooking, I put the lid on, got it sweating, added a pinch of salt just to help bring out the waters, get everything reducing and cooking. Shay loves spaghetti, that's what she asked for. Okay. Time to brown the meat. Alright, fine. Time to smush the meat as flat as I can to start browning it enough that it starts breaking up instead of being one big old mushy lump. But I listened to Ava. I am not making meatballs. Meatballs do not go with spaghetti, even though that's what we had last night at the American Legion. The Boy Scouts were raising money, and my dad wanted to support them, so my whole family went there for dinner last night. And they did a fairly good job, even if Ava would have been completely horrified. I love, love, love pastagrammer. If you haven't seen them, you should. They're hilarious. They're adorable. They're madly in love. And she teaches you all sorts of amazing food from Italy. And does tours in Italy. I'm going to do it. I promise you I'm going to do it one day. I'm going to sign up for them. I just can't right now. This year, we're taking 2 trips this summer. We're going to... Where are we going? My brain just... Oh, we're going... there's lakes near us. Family tradition to go there when I was a child. And we've rented a... We've rented 2 cabins, one for us and one for my good friend and her 3 kids. She's a divorced mom with 3 kids, and her line of work is like at carnivals and festivals and things, which since COVID, that's a little difficult. So we want to give her a break, get her out of the norm and the stress and get her having fun. And that's what a whole week at the lake is going to do, we hope. And then later on in the summer, we're going with a bunch of friends to Houston, Texas, because there's a restaurant there that I saw on Worth It that I agree looks completely worth it. And we're going to go. Totally going to go and get the baller board. Look up Worth It baller board. You'll see what I mean. Just don't go when I go so that I can't get in. I would be so sad. Well, not like there's many people watching me. One person. If you go, then wave hi to me. I'm being goofy. Anyway. Okay, that's nice and brown. And now, I'm going to add tomato sauce. And it's... That one. The only ingredient is tomato. And there should be enough, like with my pinch of salt and with all the Italian seasoning in there, even though I did cut it in half. Come out of there, tomato. There should be enough flavor in here. I'm going to let it cook a little while and then taste test it and see. I might add some oregano or some red pepper, but I want it to kind of start making itself. And so black pepper, salt, oregano, and red pepper. Those are the only ingredients that I'm thinking about adding. But I'm going to let it do its happy thing. I'm going to turn it down to a lower temperature. Hey, I turned you down. Why'd you get hotter? Let's turn it off and then turn it on to medium. Well, medium-low. Let that do its happy little thing for 15-20 minutes, and then we'll give it a taste. Let the flavors combine. But anyway, so we're taking the 2 trips this summer, and then next summer, both kids graduate. Shay graduates from elementary. Michael graduates from high school. So we're going to go to Disney. I cannot wait. I'm so excited because I've never been. I get to do the whole Disney thing. I have so many people giving me advice because they've all been, and I'm getting more and more excited. And then, see, I'm simmering this at medium-high, right near the high line, so that when Shay gets home, all I have to do is crank it, boil the water, and throw the noodles in. It won't take long at all. Let me grab the noodles. Noodles. And we're doing... Huh? Are you the regular? No, we're doing angel hair. Well, it just says spaghetti, but that's not right. I know I didn't buy straight spaghetti. Somebody bring this into my house? That looks like angel hair to me. Let me go look. Let me go look. Because angel hair is less points. Well, I have whole grain angel hair. But that, unfortunately, I don't have enough of. And you don't mix pasta thicknesses. Nope, that is thicker. All right, well then, we're just going to have to go with a regular spaghetti and I'll have to be sparing. Okay, you smell like you're cooking too hard. I turned you off and back on. You're down on low. Why are you burning? That's not fair. Don't do that. It's been like 3 seconds and you're down on warm. What the heck? Look at this. My oven needs replacing quite badly. Right now it just gives it caramelized flavor. If I let it go any longer, it would have tasted burnt. Right now it's just like adding a bunch of tomato paste. Thankfully, I caught it really quick. Listen to your nose, the nose knows. But you gotta get it unstuck. Oh no, not my white shirt. Oh well. You gotta get it unstuck super fast. Where is the hot hand? Ta-da! Found it. Anyway. So, and then in 3 years, or 3 summers rather, we already talked to my nieces and nephews and told them that we really want to get together with all of them because they're kind of spread out and hard to get together with. So we want to give them plenty of time to save up and work toward the big family vacation. And we're going to all get a cabin or a couple cabins near the waterfront by them. And have a really, really good time. I can't wait to see them. I haven't seen a few of them in a very long time, like years and years, because for the longest time, we didn't have enough money to go visit, and neither did they. So it made staying close a little difficult, and we didn't have the money to send to them and spoil them and like we wanted to, but now we can afford to go and see them and be with them every now and then, so we're going to take advantage of it. All right, let's taste what I've done. I'm scared it's hot. Oh, that's good. I followed more advice from Ava than usually. I changed some of the things I do because of her, and I am so glad I did. It is very, very tasty. But I am going to add a pinch of basil. I have, because once again, things go bad in my house, basil lightly dried. It's like halfway freeze dried. And you keep it in the fridge. And you just sprinkle it in. There wasn't much left in there. Just dump it in. You just sprinkle it in. And it doesn't go bad like fresh does, but it doesn't taste, it's fresher and more potent than regular dried. There we go. So sauce, you are ready. Okay, so the sauce is ready and currently off. And try again. I'll put it down on warm this time. I only want to keep it warm. If it starts going mad again, then I'm going to have to figure something out. So a cup of spaghetti was 5 points. No. It was 10 points for a cup and a half of spaghetti, right? No. All right. And my phone is right there. Hold on. Let me think here. No. It was a point each for the meatballs. So it was 7 points for a cup and a half. So it's 5 points for a cup. There we go. I remember now. So it's 5 points for a cup of spaghetti. And I always pick the one that's the least amount of points anyway. So this is Regano. So I think I'll make all of this. And if I have too much, I'll make all of this. And if I have too much when I'm done making it, then I'll put it in the fridge. And tomorrow I'll make fried noodles for my kids. Because I love making that and they love eating that. So there we go. I'm going to get cheese out. You're probably going, cheese? I thought she said Weight Watchers. Well, here's my tricks. Trick number 1. As long as I sprinkle it lightly, the fat-free Kraft cheddar cheeses are 0 points. But they don't exactly taste like real cheese. They're close. Don't get me wrong. They're for a fat-free cheese, they're amazing. But what I also do is I take some Parmigiano Reggiano. Actually, that's not even what this is. This is This is pecorino. This is a good quality pecorino. And I lightly shred some of this fresh onto my spaghetti, and it's a stronger tasting cheese. That's why I don't get this shaker can. You can use it all day and you'll never taste anything. You get a good quality, expensive, but strong tasting cheese. And a little goes much further. You know, just a quick little zhuzh is 0 points, but gives a powerhouse of taste. Okay, bubbling, simmering, and that's pretty much it for dinner. I will pause this and show you a plated plate when it's done. Okay, the last kid is on their way home right now. I dump the pasta in, just give it a few seconds. It softens up enough to all fit. No need to break it to fit in a pot. There we go. Plenty of salty water, plenty of pasta. So the box says to do it for 9 to, what did it say? It says 9 to 11 minutes. I'm doing it for 7 minutes. I've already set a timer. And then I'm going to put it and some of the pasta water into my sauce, which I'm going to crank up the heat just a little bit, because I want it to cook the noodles for the last 2 minutes. Okay, let that do its happy thing. Let that do its happy thing. And I get to pause you again when the timer goes off because I don't want it to blow your eardrums. Alrighty. Let's make sure that they're, and you can tell. Yeah, see, it's got a nice bend to it. It's al dente, but it's not. Okay, you know what? But it's not. It's not there yet, which I don't want it to be. I want it to finish cooking in the sauce. Everybody in the pot. No scragglers. Oh, crud. Well, let's see. I was going to be a little more careful about saving some pasta for fried pasta, wasn't I? Totally forgot about that. Oh well, there's plenty of sauce. It'll be fine. It'll just be leftover spaghetti later. I'm sure my children will make good use of it. Or my husband tomorrow. Come on now. That's good enough. All right. We turn off. Add a ladle of water. Get it all nice and stirred up. More. About a half ladle. About a ladle and a half. Or one slightly over full ladle, I guess, because the first one wasn't all that full either. I'd rather do it a little at a time and than do it all at once and make soup. I'm not making tomato soup. I'm making pasta. There we go. Happy dappy. Let that cook for just a few more minutes till everybody's home and ready.
He's got to eat everything that he bought.
All right. So I shouldn't eyeball it. I should measure it, but that looks like a cup. I'm going to do a cup and a half. That's way too much. There we go. That's about a cup. No, that's closer to 2 cups. There we go. Okay. That looks like a tasty plate. Let me put some cheese on it. Mozzarella. I'm not going to worry about the other one because I don't want to waste a bunch of time, but there we go. Ta-da! Beautiful and delicious. I hope. Let's see if I made my noodles mushy by leaving them too long waiting for my son. A hair overcooked, but not mushy. Yay! Well, I hope you enjoyed this if you watched it, and I hope you watched Pastagrammer. Have a good one.